I'm running away. Fuck this house. I never loved you anyways. Halt, faggot. I'm running away. Fuck this house.
So that was good.
Yeah. We practiced Kijo's accent, but...
While walking around the food bar. Anyway, hi guys.
Oh.
Hi guys.
Hi guys. Oh my god, halt faggot. Welcome to
Halt, faggot.
welcome to session 10. Yippee.
Wow, 10. Okay.
Wait, actually?
It's 10.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
10. Big things are happening in Big 10. So last session, you guys were making your way through the labyrinth, through all the twists and turns and mild insanity. You get a fun little delusion before you step into the room where it happened. The room where the cult's last sacrifice commenced. And you found this corpse just laying, a bit disfigured, a bit dismantled, chest cavity open with the heart removed. And you guys are like, well, who could this possibly be? After Indra sought out incantation and blood by the victim's finger, she recited it, and it ended up being a with dead incantation, and that had you guys promptly find out that this was in fact Indra's mom being sacrificed to a cult that, as far as you know, she helped run. But the weird thing is you found out who in fact killed her? And that turned out to be no other than dear Lord Zos, Indra's mom, and the late lady, lovingly husband. After more back and forth, Indra decided that she did not want to leave the room without her mom. So the party ended up helping her carry the mom's corpse out of the room. However, when you moved her corpse off the pedestal, it decided that your time left in the labyrinth was very limited. In a Indiana Jones-like fashion, you stole the trophy and now you gotta get the fuck out. And you managed to, with little time left, sliding under the doorway, left in Indra's mom's library. With the corpse at your feet, you all out of your delusions, out of your craziness, catching your breath as the gigantic bookshelf-like door slams shut. And when you exit this labyrinth in this way, you felt a rattling for the last few minutes as the door was closing, and then it ceases. The castle makes a alarm-like sound, Indra, that you have maybe heard a couple times when they practice these defensive measures throughout the castle. And you are greeted with, upon looking up as you catch your breath, a very shocked and slightly annoyed Madame Ophelia looking down at you guys. Her arms are crossed. She's looking at the corpse, looking over at the four of you, and then her eyes meet Indra. And she just goes, "So, what is that? What did you do?"
At this point, Indra's still just inconsolable. She's still crying. The fact of everything just kind of just crushing her. Because she always kind of had a suspicion, but now that it's been confirmed, it's like it's hitting her all over again. So she's just kind of got tears running down her face, her makeup's running now. But she just holds the corpse, and she kind of acknowledges Ophelia, but she just... kind of this entire time, aside from the point where we're at that statue that wants me to hug it, she just hasn't stopped looking at the corpse. But, she'll just try to say, like, oh look, I found Mom, but she can't really put it into words. She's just kind of mumbling at this point.
Ophelia takes that as okay, we need to take a second. She'll quickly speed walk over to the door of the library and trying to insuspiciously shut the doors, as she knows the guards are on high alert now from the rumbling of the castle, the alarm going off. She's like, I thought they were just gonna pop in there, pop out, like we're fine. But now we have a change of plans. And she comes back and she looks over at the rest of the party and she's like, would someone else care to tell me what's going on here?
We found Indra's mother below in the labyrinth, and it would be cruel to force her to leave her mother again, or to not be with her again, right? Is there a reason there was a rotten corpse at the very bottom of this labyrinth that you'd failed to mention to all of us?
Did you know she was here this whole time?
She pauses, she takes a second. Of course, seeing the lady she also once followed and the figure that she is also a hard sight for her too, and you just notice her eyes are specifically avoiding the corpse. And she just goes, I was instructed not to tell you. This was the thing that I'm sure you've had multiple warnings of beforehand, of you need to figure it out yourself. I just didn't expect you to take it. The sacrificing bed has a trigger. It's only supposed to be moved by a specific person, and of course, you now knowing who this is was very hard for everyone involved to.
Sorry, keep going.
No, that was it. She's just like,
You're not being very clear. Did you or did you not know?
She knew. Ophelia. I want her to be with Fran and Erasne. She doesn't deserve to be crushed by this castle any longer, and it was going to fall on top of her, literally. She should be with the people who actually love her. Please help me get her to them. Please.
do you want me to help you sneak this corpse out of the castle, down the street, to the occult?
We can figure something out, can't we?
First things first, we need to move. We can't stay here. The longer we stay here, the more likely he will find out it was. For as you also can tell, that was not his first time down there too. So we need to avoid Zolus's eyes, avoid the eyes of the fucking gods.
Yeah, those.
All of these robots that he has commanded, they're on high alert. He sees through their eyes. It is very, very hard for us to do this, but I will help you in any way I can, Lady Indra.
Ophelia, where's D6?
What?
Where's D6?
D6, whenever you leave, always just stays in your room. Which would also be something we need to look at, because Z6 and I told your father that you were in your room this whole time. So if he has not checked that already... And then she just does that head motion at you like, I don't know what he's going to do next.
So, this alarm that's going off in the castle, it's something that Indra's heard a few times.
Yeah, she's heard like a testing of this alarm, but no one has actually like infiltrated your castle before. No one would dare to do that.
Okay,
but,
so there's never been an instance where it happened and it was like a real alarm?
Yeah, it's only been like this isn't a testing of an alarm. Testing the system. And everybody's usually informed of that, but this is not one of those instances.
Okay, so it's not a test, and it's never happened when there was... Well, I guess there's never been an attack on the castle, as far as I know.
Yeah.
So it's good to assume that this alarm, my dad just knows that it's for the labyrinth? Or could it be something else that he probably would have it go off for?
It's just assumed that as far as he knows, there's an intruder in his castle. He doesn't know who it is or who it might be, but that rattling that the labyrinth door did when it slammed shook the whole castle in a way that was familiar.
Alright.
Snuck in there the last time.
So he knows somebody just exited the labyrinth. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Aside from that entranceway that we used to get into the castle, does Indra know of any other secret tunnels or passageways that would help us in this situation?
You could give me a history check.
Okay. $19.
So, there have been multiple secret entranceways that Indra has used in the past. There was a time she got caught, a time she had to use a different one, but it's mainly like different exits, mainly in like the servants' quarters, the torture chambers, like all these like different back exits that like only specific people go through, that she would normally sneak in and out of. But unfortunately, you are not really familiar with the guard patterns when it's on high alert, when the alarm's going off and they're looking for people. You're only familiar with the guard patterns.
Okay.
But you do know other exits other than the one you initially came in from.
I'll just look to Ophelia and say, lead the way.
Alright, let's see here. And she's just going to heavily sigh. Is anybody else here acquainted with sneaking around, or have any helpful ideas? I have a couple of spells I could use, but anything would be helpful.
Do you have anything to make Mom less conspicuous?
And you're gonna see her like sort through her bag of things until she stumbles across. She's like, well, I can cast a few spells to make it so we can sneak around, but most of my potions are in my chambers. So, as soon as the alarm went off, I just ran here to make sure you were okay.
I was gonna put Gubby in a little like circular like bowl thing, and then cast Speak with Animal. I think they still have Speak with Animals cast from earlier, but I'll put it in the chat. And then they're gonna just tell Gubby, like ask Gubby if they can like roll ahead and like keep a lookout, and then if they see anyone, like roll back really quickly and let us know. Go well, good soldier. Guy is gonna send Gubby off.
Godspeed.
Godspeed.
So, with Gubby being used as a little watch, I will give you guys advantage with your sneaks.
Nice.
Thank you, Ash.
However, for those of you who are carrying the corpse, as of right now, until you find a way to make it less conspicuous, you have disadvantage. Which I think that's Willow and Axilia.
So would that give them a straight roll?
Are we able to put it in one person's hand? Just so there's a less likely chance of us failing.
I could cast Levitate on the corpse. So it could be a little bit
That
weightless. Or I could like put it
True.
way up to the ceiling so it's hard to see.
True.
I would
Yeah.
have. That's a good idea, because I would say the corpse itself is kind of very disfigured. If you were just to sling it over your shoulder, the like remaining rotten guts would just dump all over you.
Well, what if we were to like cover ourselves in like a blanket of like fog or mist as we moved?
It would help. Let me check something real quick.
Because instead of using levitate, we could do that since, I mean, Willow doesn't have spells. It's the only thing he can do when it comes to spells. So, instead of wasting levitate.
And if it comes to it, if we need a distraction, I can cast Silent Image. And like, I can't make any noise, but I can make some sort of visual disturbance at some point if needed. How many biome points do I have?
I can help with Druidcraft to like create sensory effects and like visions and stuff.
Okay, I've got 1 side point. So I can cast a 1 spell.
Okay. We'll save that spell.
I also only have 1 spell slot left, but I don't even have anything that would help.
Okay.
I've got my mage hand. I can cast at any time, and then my racial abilities. But we all have those.
It kind of just. Oh, sorry. What? You go.
I was just gonna be like, I can compel someone to duel me while y'all escape.
The only thing is, like, if you were to do something like that, I will say that Indra will know that the guards that you're against are Warforged, and they can see perfectly in the dark and perfectly in any obstruction.
Plus,
So
I think
So
like,
they can see through fog.
Yeah, and plus I think just
Yeah.
a big cloud of fog in the middle of the castle would be really obvious.
It's just to hide the corpse.
Yeah,
But
it would
yeah.
be very suspicious, I think. I like the idea. But, you know.
Then what
yeah,
are we doing?
it's however you do it. Ophelia can guide you through the corridors as long as you tell her where exactly you're trying to get her to go, and she can go first, which would also provide a good. Gubby is going to scout ahead, and yeah. And whatever plan you guys would do, you can present it to me, and we'll go forward.
Ophelia, those potions you mentioned, do you think they would help us get out of this castle safely?
I definitely think they will help. I do have some potions that we can pour over the corpse to make it invisible or lighter, so it will just float and not be so heavy. Things like that. I don't have enough invisibility potions prepared for everybody, but pouring it over the corpse would not hurt. And if the rare chance, not too rare actually, if the chance we do get caught, at least you won't just be standing there with the corpse, so.
Okay. Do you think it's worth it to stop by your quarters to pick them up? Or should we just go?
I think it would be worth it, but it would prolong us in the castle longer. I don't want to make too many decisions for you. I will do as you wish, though.
Does Indra know how far away Ophelia's quarters are?
No.
How much of a detour do you think it would add?
The specific quarters that she's talking about are like another hidden area in the castle that he keeps from Zolos. So.
Well, that would be a safe option for now. If he doesn't know that it exists.
Yeah, it'd be a good place to also recon. Come up with a less frantic plan if you'd want. But it would take a hot minute to get to because it is on the other side of the castle.
If Indra's mom is hidden, would they even know that like we were the ones who were disturbing the labyrinth?
Not necessarily, no. However, you did sneak in without permission. As far as Zolos knows, Indra is in her tower, so to see her running around not in her tower is suspicious. And he'll also know that his staff lied to him, which is not great. And the other three of you aren't supposed to be here either, so.
Yeah.
Fair.
And that would be a conversation that he would have with your parents. So.
What a little fucking tattletale.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Him.
Oh yeah, he's the worst.
I just worry for Ophelia and her possible downfall if this plan goes awry.
Well, if it makes you feel better, she does not have a care as long as she gets to help Indra. So.
If things go wrong, we could always take her with us.
True.
Or at least get her back to the cult.
Yeah.
So. But she's willing to put anything on the line for Indra, especially now that she knows that what happened to her mom, and that nothing's truly tying her to the castle anymore anyway, so.
Ophelia?
Yes?
Do you feel home at the cult? Of the Black Sheep?
Home is a very strange word for me, but at least I don't have to aid this tyrant anymore if I was there.
So you accept that today might be the last day you ever set foot in this castle?
My only fear is that I will see you less, and I will not fulfill my duties that I promised to Lady Irlyn of protecting and taking care of you.
But you can fulfill that promise if you help me now. We all need to get out of here.
That is true. I think I just worry of not always having eyes on you, especially after the cruel things that you put up with when it comes to Lord Zolos.
Well, you're a talented witch, aren't you? You could always scry on me whenever you miss me.
That is very true. That is very true. I think you can tell that she has like a worry. This is like her job, even though she's like kind of like not truly a handmaiden, not truly a maid, but there's a part of her that does care about her job, especially when it comes to you and the talks and promises she's made with your mother. But I digress. What would you like to do?
If your quarters are too far away, then I think we should just escape. I know one way, but I don't know where the guards could be. Do you know where they could be? Do you know what their formation is?
Unfortunately, I do not. This is only a conversation had with the gods straight from Zolos. Nobody else knows what it could be, just in case of espionage. You know, what is happening right now, so.
So the way that Indra knows is the servant's path in and out of the castle?
Yeah, she also knows, like, if you could take the, like, through the kitchen has a way to go through, and through the torture chambers / jails, there's a way to go in and out through there. There's, like, a wine cellar that you guys could go out through. It all just depends on which one you'd like to do.
Indra will probably think about those 3 paths that she knows of and picks the wine cellar or somewhere deeper underground where there's less people, and we'll try to lead the party that way.
Alright. When you tell Ophelia this, she nods and she opens up the door, but before you are able to step out, Indra, you feel a burning sensation on the back of your neck, where your back and your head there's just like a slight burn trickling down your spine.
Has she felt this before?
Not that you know, no.
She's just gonna pause and feel the sensation. Does anything happen? Is it a constant burn?
It's constant for a little bit before you initially leave. And when you acknowledge this pain, you hear a whisper in your head that goes, "And I offer another way out, if you desire."
Do I recognize his voice?
Oh, you do.
Is it Vornadin?
Yeah.
In her head, she just says, "What do you propose?"
A deal.
Yes, I know it's a deal. But what would you do for me, and what would I give to you?
I can get you and all your friends out of the castle like that. In exchange, you will give something to me.
I will not make this deal unless you tell me what you want. Exactly what you want. And then I might consider it.
She just nods a little bit and she goes, "All I desire is your fondest fondest memory, because I know that is all that you hold, and I know that is all you have. If you are willing to give me this fickle happiness that you have in that little brain of yours, I will get you out safely. It's not like you can't make any new memories. You're on a grand journey, aren't you? But you and all your friends, all your little animal companions will be out like that. And a destination of your choice.
Can I pick which memory? Or
No.
is there a certain one that you want?
I've rifled through your head. I know what I want.
I'll say as we're walking, she's having this in her head. But you say you can get us out in a snap. The moment I agree to this deal, we will just vanish to wherever we want to be. Is that correct?
If you decide you want to take the deal, I will steal you for just a second, so we can make a proper handshake to enclose the deal. And then after you are gone for but a split second, you and all your friends will go to wherever you tell me to take you. But, I have to add, if you discuss this deal with any of your companions right now, it is off.
Understood.
But the choice is yours, and I will not be upset if you choose not to.
If I do say no, will I ever see you again?
You got that mark on your neck, don't you?
You always know where I am, don't you?
Always have, and always will.
She's gonna keep mulling over it. But I assume we've stepped out of the door.
And that being said, everybody roll me a stealth.
Oh no.
So I'm at disadvantage.
Yeah, those of you carrying the corpse are at disadvantage.
Okay, wait, who's carrying the corpse?
If you didn't change your formation, it was you and Exilia.
Are we gonna do that on one person?
Do they still have disadvantage because of Gubby? Isn't it a straight roll or no?
Oh shit, I forgot about Gubby. Yeah. Those who aren't carrying a corpse, you can roll advantage. Those who are carrying a corpse, it's just a straight roll. Sorry, I forgot about the fish.
Both my rolls were shit. This is unfortunate.
21.
Let me also roll. Where's my fucking... Oh, shit. Sorry, I have to fix her character so she can roll normal. Advantage toggle. There we go. So how did you two want to do it? Is one of you carrying the corpse, or are both of you doing it together?
I could carry the corpse alone. I think. Celia.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. Whoever is just doing a straight roll while the other one has advantage. If you both don't want to do it together. Awesome. I need to change so it's her. Okay. So I guess Exilia's carrying it, so yeah. Willow, you can roll yours. You did. Okay. You could do it one more time, Willow, for your advantage. Okay. Big 5. So while you guys are walking out, you guys turn the corner and you're just following Gubby. It's going fine until you... Who rolled the lowest? Sorry. There's a lot of numbers right here I'm trying to learn.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, word. It's going fine until as soon as Exilia steps out with this corpse being carried in bridal style, she ends up having the feet of the corpse hit the outside of the door frame, and then as she stumbles in front of herself to catch the corpse, her armor just goes clink, 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 making the loudest, clinkiest sound that it possibly could, echoing through the halls. You, from the other side of the hallway, you were, of course, hearing steps that were walking by, but you hear those steps stop. You can assume that they're about to turn around and go towards the direction that you are at. What do you do?
Shit.
Fuck.
So they're down the hall. Is there a doorway in the hall that could be closed? In between us and the person?
There's a few doors that are in this hallway that you guys are in. You don't really know where they go to, per se, because you're panicking, but they could be options to go into as long as it's not like a closet.
Okay, but are there like... There's like a long hallway, we're here, and there's... Are there like doors that like close in the hallway? I'd like to close them off from us.
Oh. Well, I'd say the doors probably open inward, but I'm sure if you tried, you could make like a little barrier to make like a little doorway barrier in the hallway.
I mean, I could like quickly use my telekinesis to close one of the doors, but if there's no doors to close to block them from us, then are there any like, statues or something?
I would say the vibe is like you walked out into the hallway and the guard apparently just like turned the corner at the other end of the hallway to walk down the next hallway, but heard all that clinking from the hallway he was just in and turned back around to go check that out.
Okay.
Could I hand off the corpse to Willow and just kind of like present myself as a distraction so the others can get away?
Sure.
Yeah, I might do that. Just like hand off the corpse to Willow and be like, go, go, go.
Willow, do you take the corpse?
If that's our only option, yeah.
So, thinking quickly on her feet, Exilia hands off the corpse to Willow, as the rest of you sneak down the hallway and turn the corner so that the guard wouldn't see you. And as the guard turns around to walk through the hallway, he spots Axilia and just quickly goes, "Halt! You! Intruder, do not move!" And it, like, walks its way up to Axilia. And be like, "You are not permitted in the castle. State your name and your purpose."
She's just kind of like, "I am Lord Axilia Sorosath. I did not realize I needed permission to enter this castle."
Roll me a... Are you being more deceiving or intimidating?
Well, say intimidating, but it's whatever you want.
Then you can give me an intimidation check.
Big 12.
Hell yeah.
Huge moments.
Scans you up and down for a second and goes, instead of just speaking itself, you can tell that its language, its dialect changes a bit and goes, "Lord Axilia, were you the one who set off my alarm?"
Good. Unless there's another intruder running around.
Meet me in my chambers at once.
Oh shit.
As you say, my lord.
And then you feel the demeanor of the Warforged shift as he looks back at you and goes, "Right this way, lord." And it guides Axilia towards the throne room. While the others are sneaking around the castle.
Do we overhear this conversation?
If you didn't go too far, if you just went around the corner and just kind of waited a little bit, yeah, for sure. If you kept going, then no.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Where is my skill? Where is my skill? Okay, never mind. If Indra does overhear this conversation, she will hear in Axilia's head. Do you want us to follow you to the throne room, or should we keep going?
Axilia responds, just keep going. I will be fine.
Okay, I trust you.
Keep safe.
You too.
And for the next round of sneaking, could everyone who's not Axilia roll me your next sneak?
$20.
Wow. And you, yep, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let me go. Oh!
Oh, thank God.
Alright.
Oh my God.
So, this round is a little more calculated. You saw what happened when Axilia got caught, and you were like, oh, fuck. I don't want that to happen to me, too. Willow, when you were carrying around the corpse, it trips you up a little bit. It's very pungent. It's very stinky. This corpse has been rotting for a questionable amount of time, and the way you're holding her, you definitely have blood on your robe, on your clothes. It's not pleasant. And, you do trip up a little bit, but Luckily this time, Madame Ophelia has an eye out for you. When you start to stumble and gag from the smell, she quickly covers your mouth when you're about to audibly gag about it, and she's like, ch-ch-ch-ch.
I'll also help by casting prestidigitation on him to just clean up all the blood.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just keep doing that every time it becomes too overwhelming for him.
Yeah, and she just has a hand over your mouth and just be like, keep your wits about you. Whispered into his ear as you all continue forward. And as the party is making their way to the cellar, Axilia is nearing the throne room. I think I want to give the party one more final sneak to get yourselves in the cellar to get to the passage, and then we'll cut to Axilia in the throne room. So, one final stealth, please.
21.
No. Oh.
Poor Willow.
Help!
He's having a rough go at it.
Willow can't keep his stomach.
Help him!
As you all start to file into the cellar, Guppy stopping and going and telling you where to go eventually gets you to this wine cellar. As the three of you start to trickle down these steps, Guppy safely gets back into Kyleris's possession. Willow, remember when I said that smell was bothering you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The blood was getting to you. Not only does this dying, rotting corpse start to make you gag, the added flusteredness of Ophelia touching your lips, being that close to you. I mean, you remember how gorgeous she is. Scary. That layer of awkwardness on your end to the point of the overwhelming fumes of this rotting corpse makes you audibly gag. And with your four, you try your best not to aim it at the corpse, so you lift your head over the corpse and you just barf all over the floor. A loud gagging barf where the other three who are safely in the cellar turn around and are like, and that there's a guard at the end of the hallway who heard this splashy, splattering sound of this vomit. And that guard is about to get the other guard who he was patrolling with to go investigate what that splashy sound was. What do you do before they loop around the corner? Luckily you're in front of the wine cellar, but there's also a pile of your own vomit in front of you with a dead, stinky corpse and a really hot lady watching your every movement.
Oh my god.
Okay, so is there anything in the wine cellar that can be handed to me at all? Like, what if I was just like a really sick servant?
Can you disguise yourself as a servant in a second and not look like a Willow?
If I take off my jellyfish, right?
I could just do
and
it. I'm the princess.
True.
I'm just gonna push everybody into the wine cellar and not herself. How about that? She's gonna grab a wine bottle as she does so.
Can I cast guidance on Willow too? Just should have done it earlier. Didn't. Forgot about it. My bad.
You should cast it on Indra as she's shoving us inside the wine cellar.
You could have cast it on Willow as he's throwing up.
Literally.
It's up to you on what you guys want to do. I am curious to know where Lily's thought process was going before you guys.
If you think it's better, feel free.
Because it sounded funny.
Okay, wait. How big is Neppy, my seahorse trident?
Oh, it's like seahorses in this world are like real horses. It's like a horse size.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also,
Okay,
my
I have an
charisma's
idea.
insane. Just saying.
Willow has a 12 in charisma.
If you want to do it. I also have a +3 charisma hat.
Could trade hats.
You gotta attune
I
to
guess. Oh, you have to attune.
it. Yeah, that's the thing. I would give it to you, but you gotta attune to it.
I mean, the best Willow can do is be like, oh no, my animal barfed, whatever shall I do? So like,
I want you to do it because it's funny. But
I mean, we can.
It is up to you guys, whatever you want to do. If you,
I think
you just,
Willow would wholeheartedly rather get himself get caught than watch Indra be caught, so...
I would say that they're like squabbling over it, but eventually Willow would win out the argument.
Willow just like hands the corpse to Indra. It's like,
yeah, helps Indra with this corpse as soon as she sees that, by the way. Because it's just like, it's like a downward staircase to the cellar, you know what I mean? So like, there's not much else there except for a staircase leading to the wine cellar, so...
Alright. Good luck, Willow.
All
We're outta
right.
here.
Willow
Close the door and leave.
quickly takes Neppy out and from trident form to horse form, and as they're turning the corner, the point is that he's going to be like tapping its back, going, there, Neppy! Oh my goodness! Oh, what? Oh, your dinner came up! Oh, that's so disgusting! I gotta get someone to clean this up! Oh, where's the guards? Where's the servants? What are we doing here?
And you handed your crown off to Indra too.
Just throw it on my face.
Yeah, Willow tries to take off anything that looks royal and or religious.
Yeah.
Which is a lot, but...
Kind of like in a robe.
At this point, he's got just like a plain blue robe.
He's in a thong.
He's very naked right now.
So you threw up in front of this hot lady, stripped down to your little garments, handed them all off to her, and now you're claiming that your robot's horse threw up on the ground. Okay, so these two Warforged guards walk up to you and they go, "Halt! State your name and purpose in the castle."
Sorry there. My name is Big Boy Jones. It's my apologies. I heard that there was an alarm in the castle, so as my job, as you know, the groundskeeper and beast wrangler, I had to make sure the horses were in line before there was some sort of chase or something, or
So why is there a horse in the castle?
Well, you see, this one specifically can turn into different things, and sometimes it has a little hiccup, as you. I'm sorry about the smell. She wasn't supposed to do that.
He wipes the vomit off his chin.
Roll a deception check.
Deception. Oh my fucking god.
You got this, Willow? You've also got, guidance.
Yeah, you do have guidance.
Guys, it's like a 14 max. Guys, it's 11.
Big 11.
Well, hold on.
Big boy,
They're just robots.
with a big boy 11.
They're just robots.
Let me get out my little afraid dice.
Come on, big 11.
So the robot looks to the other robot. The two Warforged lock eyes, and then they lock eyes with your seahorse, with you, scan the whole area, and goes, "We will get a servant immediately. to clean up this mess. Take your animal outside so you do not cause any further disruptions while we look for the intruder.
Oh yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. I will do that. Yes. Come on, Neppy. We cannot cause any more trouble.
Cannot believe that worked.
As Willow goes in a direction.
What
I
do
don't know.
What?
What?
We cut out.
Sorry, which way did you go?
Willow doesn't know where the exit is, so
The guards are
a
watching
direction.
you. So the guards are watching you leave. And they're kind of like, where are you going?
It's just outside. Have I turned myself around? This is the wrong way.
And what department do you work for again?
Well, I said groundskeeping.
So you are going towards the residential area? The bedrooms?
Outside. Of course, the animal can't stay inside for too long. I don't want to make too much of a mess for your guards.
The guard leads out a hand as he looks over at the other guard and goes, "Then why did you go that way? You could have followed us out to the grounds."
I mean, I didn't know you were trying to lead me to the grounds. I thought you had better things to do. You said there was someone you had to catch, correct?
The way we were patrolling was the way towards the grounds.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll follow you, of course.
If you work here, how did you not know that?
Have you never had a first day? I mean, how else would I be in this situation? Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing.
The other one chimes in and goes, "And you said your name was..."
Big Boy Jones.
Oh my god. Give me one more deception check.
Oh my fucking god.
They're kind of not believing you because you decided to go the wrong way.
Listen, Willow doesn't know where he's going.
That's
Holy shit! No guidance needed.
The guard leans into the other guard's ear and goes, "I remember hearing about Big Boy Jones." And the other one goes, "From D1853? Yes, from 1853. Apologies. Follow us. We will escort you to the grounds."
Oh, thank you so much, gentlemen. I'm happily... Yes.
Hello to the grounds. Well, alright.
We're all slowly getting separated. Alright.
So, as Willow escorted to the grounds where all the other seahorses are, and the other three are in the wine cellar. Axilia, are you back? Slay. So, Axilia makes her way to the throne room. And the guard stands outside the door as the doors open on their own. And Axilia, you walk through to see Zolos sitting on his throne. Waiting for you to walk up.
She does, and she gives like a curt bow. It's not probably as respectful as it should be.
Yeah, and you see
Navis Lord Navasath, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
You see him adjust his monocle and he goes, please, please. Axilia Silrasath, it is a pleasure. So, why are you in my castle unannounced?
Oh. Did my father not inform you of the mission I was on?
Well, he did. However, we were also told that you would enter through the entrances of our castles, not just rifle around them as you please.
I see. Well, I was given no specification on how I should enter, so I did as I saw fit. I did not want to disturb the daily occurrences of your kingdom. I thought it would be better to stop by unannounced, slip in, slip out.
But you clearly did more than slipping, didn't you?
Seems I must have.
Seems you must have. Where exactly were you rifling through?
I visited your library, nothing more, nothing less.
I see. What might you be trying to acquire in my library?
You have lots of knowledge in there. I would assume you'd know what a library is for, my lord.
Yet, you go into my library, you sneak into my castle, you cause the castle to shake, rattle, and set off my alarms. So I will ask you again, what exactly were you doing in my library?
Conducting research as to the nature of my mission.
Oh, so you were looking for... And he opens his bag, and he takes out the book about the labyrinth. The book about the Leviathan, and goes, were you looking for this?
Yes, it would seem so.
He's gonna put the book down on his lap with his hands over it and just looks at Axilia and goes, I had it ready for your arrival, Axilia. Yet you decided to go behind my back, sneak around my castle, disturb my guards, set off my alarms, to rifle through my library. So it seems that you did not find what you were looking for, and in fact, explored a little too far, haven't you?
Told that there was anywhere off limits in your castle, Lord Navasath.
Everyone is due to their own privacy, aren't they, Lord Axilia? I'm sure your father would love to hear about this, wouldn't he?
To inform my father that I entered your castle, as per my mission, you may go ahead and do that, Lord Navasath.
To inform your father that you broke into my castle and rifled through things that you shouldn't have. I'm sure he would love to hear that, because he raised his daughter to do just as that. And he just flashes that disgustingly annoying smile that he loves to give when he feels right.
Again, you may do as you see fit.
What did you find in the library, Axelia? And then you hear the doors shut behind you. You could be honest with me, and maybe we both don't need to talk to your father, now do we?
There were books.
Mm-hmm.
I should hope you'd know as that much.
I do.
There were shelves.
The more you drown this on, you see his steel defender animating. Because he's kind of making it obvious that he knows, and he knows you know.
Pepper's been in here the whole time. I didn't know that. She just emerged.
I saw Pepper in Lily's room like a couple minutes ago.
She's a fiend.
Oh my god! My door wasn't all the way closed. Okay, everything makes sense now, because I was like, I closed my door and she was not in here. Sorry, I got distracted. She acknowledges it. She doesn't really, like, move. She doesn't really waver at all. I have other things I need to get done on this mission. If you wish for me to state the obvious, I can, but why should I? You're smart enough to already know.
Because I need to know what I need to do with you. So if you state the obvious, we could just get this over with.
Conducting my research, I discovered an underground labyrinth on your property, and I took it upon myself to look into that.
On what ground?
I could not find what I came to look for in the actual library, so I figured you must have had it somewhere more significant.
Again, the thing that's in my hand that you could have just walked through the door and I would have handed to you. For I knew you were coming and I could have given it to you.
I see that now. How much longer are we going to drag this out for?
That all depends on what you know. So you found a labyrinth under my castle. What, pray tell, might have been in it?
If I correctly, I believe that there were some sort of underwater bug collection of crystals and moss. I believe there was a hag down there.
Makes sense. For an abandoned labyrinth underneath my castle. And he's just staring at you, tapping his fingers, wondering if there's more to the story, but if you don't choose to speak any further, he's just like, I do have another question for you. Since you decide to be all sneaky, it reminds me of somebody else that I know that lives in this very castle. And then he snaps his finger as his little steel guy walks up behind him, his defender. And the defender is holding something in his hand. And holds it out to you before dropping it at the floor. And it rolls up to your feet. And when you look down to look at it in the eyes, you see a butler that you met previously. One that was kind enough to serve you tea and hors d'oeuvres as you all plotted and planned to rifle through the castle. The monocle, you could see your reflection through it. And that's Indra's own D6. And Zolos goes, since you like to sneak around, as I said, you happen to know where my ungrateful daughter is?
Your daughter? I did not bother to go by her room. I did not see it as imperative to my mission. I should think that you would have your own children under your control, Lord Neversath.
Insight check.
I'm not good at this one, boys. Boys! Fellas.
Come on, hold on, let me turn off always roll advantage. God damn.
Wait, it's a 10.
It's a 10! It's a 10! I got away with it!
Oh my god.
That's
It's a 10.
crazy.
Whoa.
I got away with it! Shadow Wizard Money Gang, we love casting spells.
If I find out that you are lying to me, Axilia Sorosath, there would be grave problems.
I understand.
Before I let you go, I just need to clarify. That is all you saw in the labyrinth? Nothing more? Nothing unseemly that maybe you shouldn't have had your eyes on?
There was some sort of crab monster down there. Put the thing out of its misery. Did you care about it?
I've never been down in that labyrinth in my life. This is my first time hearing about it.
You seem very protective of it.
I just want to know what other unseemly horrors you might have seen under my castle so that I can further investigate at a later time.
If there's any
Anything,
part of it left, you might want to get some sort of pest control down there.
but
I
anything
cleared
else?
out what I could, but it was... Frankly, I'm surprised you haven't seen those little creatures running around your castle.
Maybe they don't dare to step in the neighbor south dwelling. But I want to be absolutely, abundantly transparent with you. You saw nothing else down there?
I told you what I saw.
He's gonna do an inside check.
Trying to make me roll deception until I fail. I'm clicking the wrong thing. Give I know!
That was genuinely gonna be the last one, I swear to God. There's a little flicker in your eye. One that is similar to Camerus's when he lies to him. One that Zolo's picked up on. A long time ago, back in their wartime days. And he goes, "You're about as bad as lying as your father. Now tell me again, did you see anything else down there?" Anything that maybe you shouldn't have seen?
Dunno. According to you, I wasn't supposed to see any of it.
Yeah, that sounds like you saw something. So what was it?
Saw quite a few things.
Which are?
Exactly as I listed for you. If there's something more specific you're looking for, you're going to have to say so.
I want to hear it from your lips. So I can confirm my own suspicions, since apparently you want to be lying to me. And as you see, right in front of your feet, I am not very kind towards people who lie to me.
Taking out your own servants and taking out the royal child of the Grand Lord and Lady is two very different things.
Oh, I don't plan on taking you out, my dear. I plan on doing something much, much worse. That I believe you're already familiar with. But I just need to know exactly what you saw to see if it's worth my time to extract from you.
I told you what I saw and I'm not going to budge from my answer.
So be it. Let me just give Dolores a call. And upon hearing that name, as previously, you fall to your knees. Flashes of a scary porcelain face flood your eyes, and you are helplessly incapacitated until he deems fit. You're still free to say something if you wish, but you will be there until she arrives.
Bye, guys.
Goddamn.
And we will happily cut back to the boys in the cellar.
Man, okay. I don't know, I'm just carrying my mom down the stairs.
Yeah, and Ophelia's helping you carry her down the stairs. And when you guys get down to the bottom of the wine cellar, you see like all the storage of wine, the storage of other foods, and a cute little back door for you to go through.
And where does this back door lead to again? Somewhere outside?
Yeah.
Do we know where outside?
No.
Okay.
Just a way out.
Looking around the cellar, is there anything suspicious? Anything of note?
Not really, unless you want to steal some food and some wine. You might need some wine later to make you feel better, but you're also going to go back to the cult, so
Yeah.
that's there too.
I think in this moment of haste, Mindra's not thinking about rations at the moment.
Is Kai there too?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
us three.
Okay, so it's Willow, Indra, and Kai all together?
It's Ophelia, Indra, and Kai.
Oh. Okay, and Willow is with the guards in the residence place.
He's headed to the grounds with all the
Okay.
horses.
Kai's gonna take some bottles of wine.
Thank you.
That's your... Get the most expensive one you want.
Yeah, Kai's gonna take about 6 bottles.
Sure, yeah.
Also, y'all, I'm sorry, I got super high, so I'm following, I'm just a bit slow.
You're
Wine.
fine.
You're fine.
Wine, quantity 6. Okay, perfect.
Now, before we step through this door, are we gonna know what's out there?
It's probably just the grounds. This is the grounds that will lead us to escaping this hellish castle.
Okay, but there's probably going to be some people out there, right? We should probably do something about Mom.
I am open to suggestions.
I mean, I can't really make her look invisible or make her disappear. I can just... I don't know. I can move her around, but I can only move her... So...
Did we... Sorry, you're good.
No, I got nothing.
We... Okay. Is there like a board we could put her on where like it's a little easier to carry and we're not like disadvantaged?
You can give me an investigation check to see if you can find
I'll
board
help
or
Guy
pla-
out with that.
Yeah.
I'll help
Yeah.
him look. Nice.
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 So yeah, there is 100% like an empty board that you can throw her on. And with a 19, you also see like some random rags you could probably throw over it. Maybe you're taking out the trash.
Okay, yeah. Kai's gonna, thank Indra for helping and cast Druidcraft, so that Indra, like, they're gonna cast some seeds and, like, grow some flowers underneath so that, like, it's less traumatic that we're treating her mom like this.
Thanks,
So-
Kai. I appreciate it.
Okay, yeah, so let's hurry out.
Is
so
there... Sorry.
No, you're all good.
I was just gonna say, is there like a way I can like dress my mom in like some traveler's clothes? Because I have some. Just something to make her look more presentable in case something happens.
Yeah, you sure can.
I'm just gonna throw them on her try to make her look as presentable as possible, I guess. My mutilated
Yeah.
mother.
It definitely covers up a lot of the mutilations. She's just lit, dead on there. You got some flowers growing around it, a little tarp over it. It's good enough. Ophelia goes to picks up one side so Indra can pick up the other, and is like, if you could lead the way, dear. And hopefully nobody would stop us as we leave.
Indra's gonna throw on her hood. And just to make the payload look more inconspicuous, she's gonna put both of her Dungeoneer pack and the Scholar pack on it, so it looks like they're just carrying cargo of some kind.
Yeah. Sounds good. Would you like to lead the way, Kai?
Yeah. You have
All
to
right.
roll.
No. So Kylaris opens the door, and you're going into this very big, vast grounds. It's a very well-kept garden, a very well-kept area, and you see the exit a good couple meters away. But to the right of you, you see the horse stables, and you see the guards leading Big Boy Jones to the stables. After they walk Willow to these stables, they go, please do not let the horse back in the castle. It is your first day, though. We are not mad.
Sorry, Neppy just gets a little antsy when they're outside for too long.
That is very fair, but maybe walk the horse around the grounds or something.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll take that into account. Thank you so much. Trainings missed that yesterday. I didn't fully get the memo. Thank you. So have a great day.
You do. And then with haste, the two guards run back into the castle because they're like, oh shit, we gotta keep looking around for the intruder or whatever. But then all of you notice that the alarms stop. They cease going off. And you, Willow, spot Indra and Kyleros and Ophelia carrying this, what you assume to be Indra's mom, in a cargo-like fashion. However, you don't see Exilia. And it's kind of weird that Exilia isn't out here and the alarms had stopped. But after the guards leave, you're free to join them since you see them in the distance if you'd like. But yeah, you just kind of notice that there's not enough people over there for the party of your size. And you approach.
I'm gonna hand off all of Willow's vestiges and jewelry and his crown back over to him. So how did you get out of that?
Just a little plate from Big Boy Jones is all.
Quite impressive. Outsmart two guards.
Oh, I couldn't have done it without such a perfect name.
True.
Did you guys know there's an actual Big Boy Jones who works here?
What
It is
luck.
not my life's mission to meet the other Big Boy Jones.
Truly, we're gonna have to become best friends.
We owe him a lot, don't we?
Apparently he's just started working here, so... So we need to go back.
Exilia is... Yeah.
Well, she could handle it, can't she? Like, the alarms went off, she's probably got it handled, right?
If the alarms went off after she went in there, then I can only assume that Zolos assumed she was the intruder.
I mean, that makes sense.
I'm sure, Lady Indra, you know better than anyone how he deals with traitors, betrayers, those who undermine him and make him feel small. And your friend is a Sorosath, no?
She is, so he shouldn't be harming her. She's the Lord Sorosath.
That's true, but he gets very clouded by his own pride. I'm very grateful that your friend here, and then she points to Willow, is like, that he got out of that. But again, very impressive for the display that you put out. But nonetheless, I don't know what is going to happen. I've heard of horrid things from other workers here that if you think the immediate family has had it rough, imagine not being related to him. And I know she's a Sorosath, but I don't know.
I can't imagine Cameras being okay with that.
Yeah, I don't think he would try to get on Cameras' bad side.
I think it just depends on what Cameras finds his bad side. I'm sure himself has done some questionable things to his own daughter. I'm not surprised if... Who knows what dark arts they like to intake. I'm very into those dark arts myself, so I can't even imagine who or what he's acquired and what they call doing bad things. Like, what if she stops herself? She doesn't want to say too much, but she's, not going to be like, what if they kill her? Like, she doesn't want to go down that train of thought. I just think when it comes to royal families that they are not afraid to hide secrets. And for you all to have found out those secrets is a big one for the Neverslav family. Unless she's a good liar.
Regardless, she's in danger, and we can't afford to lose her like this. I think it would be wise for Indra and Willow to stay somewhere safe with Indra's mother, and I'll go back for Ophelia.
You? Are you gonna be okay? How are you gonna do that? I could do it. I'm his daughter.
We can't further separate each other.
We can't stand here either. We have to get her back to the cult. I think... How far away is the cult from the castle?
It's in the middle of the city. Like, you'd have to go back to the middle of the city and go down the specific road that the cult was on.
So would it be like an hour walk?
Yeah, it's a good distance away. And in the middle of your discussion, surprisingly enough, you hear the front gates open. You see the pathway to the front gates, and you notice a carriage zooming in lightning speed.
She's here.
Yeah.
And,
It's Dolores!
Shh, don't say her name.
and you don't even need to give me a check. You can see that this is Lamouche's architecture. Like, Lamouche's design for the carriage. You see the crest itself hanging off of the back of it as these seahorses blaze through you guys. Not through you guys, but like by you guys. A giant whoosh of wind. You don't even need to like pretend you're doing anything because the castle is opening itself up to someone's from Lamouche's as it zips past you. And when the carriage stops, some guards come up to offer a hand, and the hand gets smacked away as this knight steps out of the carriage. And he fixes his hair, twists his mustache, and goes, I can't wait to see this. As he pushes the guards aside and offers his own hand to someone in a cloaked figure, tentacles pouring out of the carriage. Someone in a bright yellow hood steps out, and he gently takes his hand, steps out, mutters something to him as the two figures start to enter the castle, the guards escorting them inside.
Do we recognize the man?
Do we know who these people are?
Oh, you do. You 100% do. You can tell who this bastard is from the one conversation you had with him a few days ago.
Are you serious?
The man himself is Rollis Mist, captain of the Royal Guard, and he is escorting that hooded figure from the party. To which you don't fully know who it is, but you have your assumptions. The one that went into the party room, or the room you couldn't go into, and you were like, why the fuck is this scary hooded figure going into the meeting room of all of our parents? But
Okay, yeah, that's pretty bad.
I don't know what to do.
What are we going to do against them?
We're not powerful enough to kill them. Let alone get rid of them. The best we can do is distract them, but like I don't have anything.
We have to. I don't have any like 3 levels.
Like no spells, no nothing.
Can we sneak through like after them, like back in, or are we already like in the same like castle area?
We're outside.
you're just on the grounds. Yeah, you're on the grounds outside about to leave. You just saw this carriage whip by you.
We have to save Auxilia.
We have to have another distraction. We have to stop the thing that's happening and at least delay it or something.
As you guys are arguing, you see when the cloaked figure come out, you see Ophelia just kind of go like this. And she's just like,
What?
Tell us what you know.
What, Ophelia?
I didn't expect. Oh,
How did they get
I
here so
thought she was.
fast?
I'm less surprised about that and more surprised about who just stepped out of that carriage. I assumed, but I didn't.
Do you know who she is?
God. She is a very, very, very powerful person. she is very famous in the witch community. She doesn't come from a coven though. She comes from a clan of I'm not allowed to say too much. But from my own coven, we are just not. All we do when we see her is just goes the other way. And I come from the coven of black magic. So, what she does is unethical. What she does is for her own purpose.
But do you know why she would show up here?
Is she fucking Chemrus? Lord Chemrus, Sarasa? The Grand Lord? He acquired the company of her. To help him?
Well, actually... Should we tell her?
I might leave out some details.
All I'm going to say is, Ophelia, that she has the ear of all four of the grand families. They had a meeting a few days ago, but we don't know why or what for.
Oh, God. This is so for her to. If she is still claiming that she follows Ashera, she is such a liar. Especially to be working alongside the families. Just for different purposes, but can I cut out?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi keeps kicking me on and off. I hate that it was during a monologue. I'll just restart it. Sorry about that.
I can't believe she follows Ashera, that's what I last heard.
Yeah.
She claims
So
Claims to.
it's also out at Southview. Really bad.
Yeah. I hate that they changed to like a every unit Wi-Fi. It sucks. I keep getting kicked off of it like all the time. But anyway, she goes, if she still claims to follow Ashera, she is but a liar to associate herself this closely with the royal families. I mean, I associated with the royal families too, but it was not to that extent. It was for me to follow my own religious practices. But to come from... No. She's doing it far worse. I can't believe this.
Okay.
And she's just back.
The only thing that I could okay. My pitch. Willow has calligrapher's tools, so like what if we like forged something that was in need of his immediate attention? Like a messenger comes from the king himself and is like, I need you here now, or something. I don't know.
Yes.
He probably said descending though, so like...
That's a good idea though, we could have Ophelia take it in.
But if there's
That's
a
just-
letter that is so urgent, maybe from Cameras himself, that is like, stop what you're doing. Come here.
I don't.
But again, I feel like he'd use a sending, not a letter. Unless it has maybe there's something that has to be
I don't think it
communicated
should be
through
from
letters. Or through words, I mean. It's unsafe to send through sending or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because this cart was from Lemucius, clearly he knew what was happening. I think only he would send something like this that looks like a royal cart, you know? I don't think we should make it from Cameras, but maybe from someone else.
So you think Cameras himself sent this woman and the knight?
Well, she did just step out with Frolis. Captain of the
Who will we
Royal Guard.
address it from then? Who
Someone
could
as a
possibly
royal.
make him so... Who could possibly convince him that whatever he's doing right now is not the most important thing?
The only other one higher up than that is the Timperium Kingdom, from Lady Irlyn, maybe?
Okay.
Because he knows that he is below them. So... Because if Captain wanted to talk to him personally, he would have came with that carriage.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
He is not worried to leave his kingdom to Grand Lady Fosnin for a little bit, so...
Maybe
It has to-
the contents of this letter would reveal perhaps a secret that he doesn't want them to know?
Perhaps the secret we already know.
Maybe.
Maybe they will say that they are... My thing is that what if Cameras already knows about this secret?
I can't be surprised.
We can't really blackmail him on this secret unless we plan to say that someone will tell everybody of Aeglore, maybe? I don't know. Or is that there is something urgent talked about in Tempium itself and he must make his way over there?
Maybe like a urgent secret meeting among the royal families.
True.
If it were among all of them, though,
At
Cameras
least
would be
something to
involved.
get him. I know Cameras and Lord Rovinos are close. Do you think that Lord Zolos gets jealous of that?
My father's jealous of everything.
It seems like it, yes.
So then perhaps it's something that he knows that your father does not yet know.
And he wants to be in the loop.
If he were so desperate to be a part of it, then he would drop everything to be there.
Okay, I think we are working with something.
Merlo, what are you proposing?
I don't know the exact thing that we should write, but I definitely think that... I mean, would it make him send away the witch and Frolis? Especially after they
Maybe not
just got
send them
here.
away. Maybe not send them away, but maybe get him to postpone. And then we can steal Lord Ophelia and get the fuck out.
Okay.
But then we'd have to get past
God damn it! I'm gonna murder North.
Is there any way we could take a short rest before?
I think 30 minutes would fuck us over.
Yeah.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to do it now.
They're probably already trying to do it.
Alright. Cool.
Okay, something that Zolos would want to know that one guy does know. Why would he mail Zolos though?
Especially if he doesn't want, like, a paper trail.
What if it was the two of trying to usurp cameras?
That's what I was going to suggest.
Exactly.
It could be all the families except Surosath.
Maybe.
Not even
That
all
would
the
definitely get his attention at least. Because if he were against him, he would use this information to get cameras to like him more. So perhaps he would play along thinking he could learn more. And in turn, give us time.
Well, just say is that it's the Dazonaths specifically. Lord. Sorry. Yeah. Lord Lovnos and Lady Irlyn. Monarch Kyleros, are you familiar with how your parents speak? Do you think you could make up something that sounds like lying to Zolos in order to try to usurp the Lemucius rule?
I am proficient in forgery.
I can, yeah.
So, I believe I could become pompous enough to mimic their method of speaking.
Which one of the two of them are more likely to try to betray Lord Surosath? Would it be your mother or your...
Definitely a mother.
The thing is, my mother loves perfection above all, and betrayal is imperfection in her mind.
I personally think that your father would be the one to stray further than your mother. It seems that a lot of the time he just listens to her.
But I have heard Zolos talk about the wartime bond. I don't think he shares that.
I think my mother is capable of great treachery, so out of the two, I will write as my mother, I think. Plus, I have spoken to her more, or heard her speak at me more. So.
That is fair.
True.
If you could write some haste, I can bring it inside, and hopefully there is nothing too horrible happening.
I have calligrapher's supplies and I'm proficient in it, but that's all.
Okay. Does forgery work, or is that just like for signing things and like handwriting?
I think the mix of the two of y'all's skills, you can do something pretty good.
Okay.
You could probably say what you want Willow to write, and Willow could do it in a pretty handwriting, I guess, or Willow can give you the tools and you can just do it yourself. It's up to you, but either way, you'd have advantage for you two helping each other. And
okay,
what would the skill be? Because I can do as high as +6 if we do strength, but that doesn't make sense.
It would probably be some. something to do close to writing something you like.
Well, you would get advantage, and you would also add your proficiency if you use the forgery kit. So
Yeah, you
have
got
an even higher chance.
Yeah. Either way, one of us is proficient. It just depends on what skill you want to do. Because my wisdom's +0 and my intelligence is +1.
Do you think, like, forging something is, like, dexterity?
Sleight of hand, maybe?
Yeah,
I guess dexterity could make sense.
I think that makes sense. You could do a sleight of roll.
Okay.
Whoever wants with advantage.
I'll help Willow because I have only a +1.
I have a -1 to dexterity.
To Dex? Hold on. I have a +1.
Okay.
Okay. What am I rolling? Just Dex?
Dex.
Or
You
sleight of
roll
hand.
your tools.
Oh, okay. With advantage or just normal?
With advantage. Because it's like the two of you doing it together. You're getting a good help action.
Damn.
Okay. 17.
So you two craft this letter as fast as you can, as nicely as you can, and you hand it to Ophelia, and she makes her way into the castle. She goes back through the back entrance that you guys went through up that way, and she makes her way up to the throne room, and it's closed off, and there are 2 guards guarding it, and they stop her. She convinces them that she was received an urgent letter and she needs to, and it's only for the eyes of Lord Zolos, and she needs to give it to him right away. And it's a pretty convincing statement. So she enters, and she. Huh?
Sorry. Nothing.
Oh yeah. She went by herself, so it's like believable, but. She opens the door to the throne room and sees Axilia on the floor with Tholis standing over her. So it would be more like in like a way that he's like guarding her corpse, while Zolos and Dolores discuss. And when the doors open and shut, all the eyes look on her, and Ophelia purposefully looks away, not into Ophelia's mask, but looks directly at Zolos and just goes, Lord Zolos, make this quick. As you see, I am in the middle of something. And she goes, yes, of course, I just wanted you to obtain this letter that I was given at the front door. It seems very urgent, and they said it was for your eyes only, and that you must look at it right away. And he pauses. He looks at Ophelia, he looks over at Dolores and goes, give it here. She walks up around, steps around Celia, and walks up to Zolos and hands him the letter. And then she stands there for a minute, and he's like, well, go! She's like, my apologies. I'm so sorry. And she walks by everyone again, and then just slowly starts to leave. And behind her, Zolos opens up the letter and starts to read it. And it's a pretty good letter, you guys. He's just like, you see a little smirk grow on his face. The other two notice, and he just puts the letter away quickly and goes, I think we have to do this another time. How about you? And points to Frolos and goes, you can take her down to my dungeon. And ma'am, you can stay in one of my guest rooms. And we will finish this up after I make my way to Temple.
to where I need to go right now. Goodbye. And he uses his steel defender to usher everybody out of the room as he gets himself ready to go. Because he is fully convinced that he's going to go to Imperium, talk to them about usurping the Sir South family. And he's very excited. He's muttering to himself, like, I've been waiting for this day for so long. He's like twitching, he's all excited, like he's genuinely been fantasizing about this day for as long as he can remember. As long as he's tried to inch his way into the Sir Souths from every direction that he could. Axilia didn't like his son. He's not as close as he is as Ravanos is with Emrys. He is just so excited that someone finally sees it his way that it's his turn to bathe in the sun. So he goes. And Frolus is literally dragging Axilia by her ankles to the dungeon. And he throws her in there, and Ophelia is scurrying her way back to you guys after eavesdropping on this conversation to inform you that she's going to the dungeons. And Frolus, again, drags Axilia by her ankles and throws her in the dungeon and goes, this would have been so much more satisfying if you were. It was like a waste of skills and talent to not have sparred you myself, which you deserve, by the way.
You've come out a few times. I didn't.
Oh, god damn it. I'm on the Wi-Fi.
I am too.
What part did you miss?
Like, once he started speaking, it started cutting out.
Okay, cool. So, he, like I said, he throws Axilia into the dungeon when you're still, weak from your delusions, but you're kind of, at least conscious enough to hear him and respond. But you can't really, get up and move that much, you know? Once, everything was put on pause, you're just kind of, lightly prone. Just prone at this point. He throws you in the dungeon after dragging you through the castle by your legs. And he goes, ugh. This would have been so much more satisfying if you were conscious. If you were fighting back. Because gods above know that I have a bone to pick with you right now. I don't know what the hells you've been doing. Whatever the fuck you've been doing. But it fucking hurts. Maybe if you could take your little powers and stop using them as much, it would be very good for me. Not that you even care, but from what you did to me, the least you can do is not smite as many people. And he's saying that as he's locking her in this dungeon.
Unfortunately, that poses no benefit for me.
Of course you're awake. I can't even bitch about you to your face without you having something snarky to say.
Well, yes, there are generally consequences to one's actions.
Because there are some consequences to yours for you ending up in this dungeon. Why are you even in here? What did you do?
I just decided to pay the Navasouths a visit.
But you clearly did something by getting your ass thrown in a dungeon.
Clearly, I must have.
You know, it is so impossible to talk to you. And he rolls his eyes and he leans himself against the wall, arms crossed. Because obviously his job is to watch you now, so. And again, you could do with less of that smiting. I'm not joking, it really does hurt. And you see him, rub his eye patch. tracing the lines of like little jagged scars going across his face. I had half a mind to find you my damn self. Clearly you saved me the trouble.
She's not really responding. She's just looking at him.
I hate when you look at me like that. It makes me want to help you. And he's just gonna sigh and lean back against the wall and just fiddle with his stuff unless she has anything else to say. Keeping an eye on you.
If anything happens to me, nothing good will come of my staff members either.
You don't think I don't know that?
And yet you're wasting your time here.
It wasn't by my choice to be here. You decided to piss off Lord Zolos, and I Lord the Witch here to you. That's not on me. You can blame your dad for that. He's the one that orders me around. I don't have free will. But I'm sure you're familiar with that too, aren't you?
He doesn't have you in the same way he has me. You still have a choice. Might cost your life, but you have a choice.
I'm reminded every day that I don't have a choice. Thanks to you, darling. Every single time you want to use your blessed powers of yours. So I hope whatever happens to you, I hope it hits a lot. And with that being said, Ophelia is running back to Indra and Willow and Hyleros, and she's like, It worked! Thank the gods above. Thanks the gods above that it worked.
There's no way.
It did! I saw a cute little twinkle in his eyes. He thinks that's a throat.
I'm sure he's been waiting for this day.
That's so entertaining.
I wish we could go to Tiberium right now.
Well,
That's the last got things to do. They threw Lord Exilia in the Zun, and I think she's just being watched by that tonight.
Well, let's go.
how are we gonna get her out? Do we just
4 against
We can knock him out.
4 against 1.
Okay, I can... That'll work, yes. Okay, and then we can take Mom to the cult, right?
Yes. Let's just store her somewhere for now. Somewhere is.
Where do they put
Let's.
the witch?
She went to one of the guest rooms, so she is not a problem right now.
Okay, as long as she stays there. Come on, we should hurry.
And you all like set her Indra's mom down, you know, like somewhere in the bushes or something. And you all heard the castle. And Ophelia directs you to the dungeons.
Who's first in the line?
Willow.
Alright. So, you stomp on down, and you find, you kind of overhear back and forth between Axilia and Frillis until he stops talking and he notices a presence in the corner of his eye. And he turns over to look at you, Willow, and he goes, "Great. More nobles. Let's make my day better."
Well, I thought you'd be excited to see my face.
Oh, did they disconnect?
It literally keeps kicking me on and off the Wi-Fi like I'm some fucking chump.
So she found dead in Miami.
I am! It's hard for me dying over and over again because our Wi-Fi sucks. Anyway. So, I'm gonna go off of the, like, aren't you excited to see me statement that you had?
That's exactly where it cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. He just goes, "And what would my reason be for being excited to see you?"
You don't have to watch Axilia anymore.
You think I'm stupid?
A little bit.
All you tritons act the same.
Do you have the key?
Are you stupid?
Only a little bit. But my question still stands.
Seems like it. Duh!
Well, you going to hand it over to me or what?
You got the-
I'm waiting. He's like puts out his hand expectantly
Why would I enjoy it?
because there's 4 of us and 1 of you.
At that, Indra will step out into the conversation.
And Phyllis just rolls his eye so aggressively.
Well, Frolis, I
Nice.
didn't expect to see you here. Welcome to my home.
Thank you very much, darling. I'm so happy to be here, not in the happy home where I was just sitting there drinking my tea, talking to Linaris, just doing my fucking thing. All of a sudden, I have to be the fucking Aeglore.
They dragged you all the way here, for what?
Don't act coy with me. I know all you nobles know exactly what's going on at all times.
That's a cute assumption.
I'm glad you think so highly of us. Now, as Willow was saying, I suggest you hand over the key to him, please, and I would appreciate if you just walked away.
Sorry, is your name... Oh. Ooh, you got me there. Spells name Daisy. Okay, 1 second. We'll do that maybe 20. Okay. He's gonna look you up and down, like, I've had enough magic used on me today already.
Oh, I'm sorry. I really thought that would work.
I'm sure it did.
Well, I guess we'll have to do this the hard way now.
Your name isn't, and correct me if I'm wrong, your name isn't Grand Lord Kemrasorosath, is it?
Why, yes it is. Why do you ask?
He's allowed to tell me what to do. And if you find me dead, you know, the captain of the Royal Guard, that'd be very funny for you.
We're not gonna kill you, stupid.
Yeah, who said we're killing you?
We're just gonna
That
knock
would be
you out and
silly.
lock you in the dungeon. That's all.
I mean, that's what I would do.
Also, historically, he has not done much finding the captain of the Royal Guard deceased.
You see him clench his fist.
Ooh, his little fist! Ooh.
He's angry.
Not his fisty! No!
While he's distracted with that, can I telekinetically just take the keys out of his pocket or wherever it is, and then silently put them in the door and turn the lock, so I can unlock the door for Exilia?
I would say yes, but the key is in his little fist.
Of course it is.
Because he was like, this key right here. But like now he's just clenching it in his little fist, and he's just like, what if we made a deal, and we don't tell Grand Lord Kemasaurus that?
Sure.
That sounds like a great deal.
The part of my bargain is, I want to fucking punch Exilia Sorosath in the god's damn face so fucking bad. If you let it and she doesn't fucking kill me, you can have this key.
That sounds like a great deal.
What do you say, Exilia? Does it sound like a deal?
Absolutely.
Great.
Go ahead, open the door.
I'll have to stand back.
I love this dumbass.
Back up. And I know you can't get up. As he points to Exilia on the ground, he'll open the gate, open it, and he cracks his knuckle. He's like, let me make sure I aim for the perfect spot. And you see the eye that's the same eye as his, and he just wails the hardest punch he can. And you know, Exilia, his strength matches yours pretty well.
We have the exact same stats, actually.
Don't get meta about it.
Damn, okay, whatever.
Just kidding, it's a joke.
Does he leave the key in the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he just wails on her. And I know he said once, but he does it a few times. Until her eye is, like, fucked up.
That was not part of the deal. You just said one punch.
And then he takes his hand and kind of shakes it a little bit. There's a little bit of Exilia's blood on it. He takes out, like, a towel and he, like, wipes off his hand and he puts it back in.
Willow, can you please help Exilia out of that cell?
Yeah, well,
And then she's gonna whisper to him, and make sure he stays in.
And before you up to help Exilia, he kind of does it for you and kicks her out of the cell, like with a kick, like adding another pain to the pain.
The moment he's alone in that cell, Indra's mind locks that door fast. If it ever happens.
Yeah, like when Willow's starting to walk over to like pick Exilia up and get her out of there, he kicks her and like pushes her out of the cell. And the moment he does that, you slam it shut. And he's like,
You broke the deal. There's always a punishment. I said one punch. That's what we agreed to.
Oh, we'll see what happens when we get greedy.
Honestly,
Absolutely
it's quite
could.
bad. Honestly, it's embarrassing that he had to wait for me to be immobilized in order to land a hit on me.
I know. He
That's
punched
what
you while you were
matters.
laying down.
On me!
I am embarrassed to have ever trained with you. We should get going. Can I hold on
Yeah.
to those keys? Can I have those?
Oh, yeah, we should just take them.
If you think this is the last time you've heard of me, be damned wrong! Every single time this bitch uses her powers, I will know exactly where you are, and I will find you, and I will follow you to the ends of the fray until I throw you down a damn ravine!
Oh, so scary.
Well, I hope so. That would remove all the fun of being hunted.
Indra will pass the keys to Axilia.
We'll see you
All
soon.
yours.
Good luck.
Grand Lord Sir South does not tolerate failure. I look forward to
I have
reporting
not
back
failed.
to him.
Oh, look at the time.
Oh.
We must be going.
Yes, it seems so.
Oh,
You got places to be.
absolute corpses to carry.
He's just like screaming. He's just like rattling the cages and screaming like like he's just like going at it,
Let's go. Let's get out of here.
hitting this and that, saying he's gonna kill all your loved ones and throw them in a fire. Like he's spitting out every insult. And you guys walk out.
Is Axilia still having that episode?
She's kind of like weak. It's like past from like the duration of time, like it happened last time. But she's just more weakened and exhausted and like a little bit in need of like a helping hand to walk around. But other than that, she's okay.
Stumbling around and doubled over with a black eye.
And a real black eye. And
Black eye, bloody nose. She's fine.
Yeah, she wailed on her. It's not just in her eye, but most of it went to the eye that, the same eye that she fucked up on him. So.
Once they get out of the dungeon and they're back into the castle proper, Indra is gonna quickly just turn to Axilia and like just suddenly wrap her arms around her and give her a hug. I'm sorry. Thank you, and I'm sorry. That was dangerous, but you helped us get out of there. I really appreciate it, and I'm sorry. I really didn't think he would do that to you.
No need to fret over me. I did what I felt I had to. You're welcome.
She'll awkwardly step away. I owe you one, okay?
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, bye, Lily.
Lily fucking died!
Lily.
Lily fucking
Life
died!
I got another victim.
Are you alive? You muted.
Discord.
Rip.
Well, it crashed again.
Oh.
Did she just have a premonition that it was gonna crash?
It's gonna crash again.
I'm just not touching my computer.
Your character in the one shot, I have a premonition the internet's gonna crash.
They knew.
Ash, I'm sad your video's not on.
It's not on?
I see you.
I can see all of you.
Oh, it says it unstable internet connection, but only for Ash. Hold on, let me.
I think that's just on Nash's end.
Killing myself.
Ash, I see you! Yay!
Alright.
Okay.
Technical difficulties.
Yay!
Just quick.
when you guys exit the castle and you're chatting and whatever, Indra, you once again feel a burning sensation on your, like, right here, the nape of your back, of your neck. And you hear a voice in your head go, I'm surprised that you made it out. However, if you ever feel the need to have yourself in a situation that you can't get out of, I'm always there, okay?
I think you underestimate me sometimes. But, yeah. I won't forget you.
I don't find an underestimation, it's just I'm very in with you, and I would love to make a deal with you whenever you feel the need. It doesn't have to just be an escape situation, it could be whatever you want. So, just keep it in mind.
Will it always be the same price?
It just depends on what you need.
Okay. Do you want me to come find you at some point? Where have you gone?
I don't think you need to find me. I think if you want me around, you just tell me. Okay?
Well, I do enjoy your company. But if you're busy, I'm not going to impose on your time. I'm sure hags like you have a lot of things to take care of. But
Never too busy for you, Indra.
I would
So
like
whenever-
to sit and have tea with you sometime.
And I would love that. So whenever you need me, just send out a wish, and I will be there. And with that being said, Indra, you can consider yourself to be hag-touched.
Ooh.
Because you have a mark of a hag on the back of your neck. And I do want to say it's like in a cute, here, I'll draw it on the little thing, but it's in a cute, like, crystal shape. And it kind of, like, glows when it's being used. That's what the burning is. It's kind of like a...
Is it like physically there, like you can see it?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay.
And it's like that, but it's like a gem, you know what I'm saying? I drew it on the little thingy.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know, cute lines, but... But yeah, and you guys make it out, and you're making your way to the corpse you left in the garden. And feel free to chat amongst yourself after.
That corpse has a name? That is my mother?
That's my mom. How dare you? But yeah, feel free to chat amongst yourself as you make your way to the cults. Be a good time to have a little bit of downtime. Talk to Ophelia too, but I will be back here to walk through the streets of Aeglore.
Would you consider us walking like a short rest? Or no,
Yeah.
because we're okay. Sick. Alright. Is everybody okay? That could have gone worse, I guess.
I am so tired, but glad that Axilia is okay.
Me too.
Are you okay, Axilia?
Yes, I'm fine. I mean, 'twas painful in the moment, but it passed.
What happened with you and Lord Solos?
He inquired as to why I broke into his castle. I gave a vague answer, and we went upon our way. He did not obviously appreciate my being there, so he informed Lord Camerus. As long as we do not return to Lemucius anytime soon, I will be fine.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, I am very surprised that letter worked, and I'm excited to see the outcome of that conversation.
I did get a lot of enjoyment out of pretending to be my mother. She's quite an interesting woman.
What did the lot of you do? What did you do?
little bit of
May have
flirtery.
caused a war,
Little bit.
but it was all to help you.
I don't think it would cause a war.
It's just a little
Just
bit
a bit of
treason.
animosity.
It's just going to embarrass Lord Solos very much when he goes up to him.
Oh, that'll be satisfying.
I wish I could see his face.
So it will not be that fun when he realizes he's deceived, and then he will know I deceived him. So I guess I'm also not going to back to the castle anytime soon. So
But you have a home at the
Would be
cult.
wise.
I do, but all my shit's still at the castle. I'll figure it out. It will be fine. I'll
Well,
probably get D8 my stuff or something.
is D8 okay? Do we know?
I have no clue. Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine. He had nothing to do with this. It's okay, Mom. You'll be back home soon. You'll be safe. I mean, when was the last time you saw Fran, huh? I'm sure you guys were great friends back in the day.
Oh, we were very great friends.
All of you?
Okay. I got my way into the castle from your mother. I didn't just apply to be a maid. That is very beneath me.
I just wish I was around when Mom, you, Fran, we're all friends.
The relationship with your mother and Farhan was not bad. There was nothing bad that happened. What you saw down there, it's going to be better if he says it, but this was nothing of our doing. That was all your father.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying that things seem to be a lot happier back in the day, and I wish I was there to see it.
I wish he was there too. So it would have been a little weird for the black sheep to have returned to so quickly. I always had the feeling that it was going to be you. But was pregnant with you and found out that it was not a snotty little Zolo's child. I was very excited. A child that looked more like her. It was very promising. So,
And maybe even Venus would have been more like us too, had Mom been around a lot longer.
Anytime I walk around the castle and I see your younger brother, I do feel very bad for him. I think, and you might not know this, but I think that he cares more about you than you know. I know he tends to act like your father, but I know that is just a front.
Yeah. It's just learned behavior, I think. It's what he thinks he should be. But I think we both know deep down that it's not who he really is. Maybe one day I can come back and get him.
I think if anybody is worth saving, it is him. I've seen him behind closed doors talk about how much he misses you. So.
Yeah. I'm sure he misses Mom too.
I mean, that is why he sings. That is why he plays music.
Oh yeah, Mom, I forgot to tell you. He wrote a song about you. I hear him sing it sometimes, when he thinks he's alone in the castle, but I always hear him sing it. He wants to be a bard just like you were.
I think he's getting close. And I know she'd be very proud.
Are we almost at the cult now?
Oh, Indra.
Oh, yeah?
Willow's gonna present the bracelet that he took off his mom and hand it to her and say, in case I forget, it'd be a shame if I kept this on myself.
She'll take it and just look at it, brows a little bit furrowed. What? Wait, does she know what this is?
She's only recognized it like on her mom's wrist a couple times, but nothing much beyond that.
Where'd you find this?
Well, while we were trying to tear you from your mother, and before we decided we had to take her with us, I took the bracelet hoping it would be some sort of memorabilia. But now we have her corpse, so I guess we both know.
She'll smile and put it on her wrist, like how her mom wore it. And she'll like lean up and give you a hug too. Thank you, Willow.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. If we didn't get my mom, this would have been a really nice gesture.
Now we don't have to
It still is a
worry.
nice gesture, but you know what I mean.
Oh, I remember that bracelet. Your mother got it from Paran.
Really?
Yes.
Just as a gift? Was it a birthday gift?
I think he just found it and thought of her.
Interesting.
You can count him on that later. I think we're here. And then she walks up to the door and does like the little secret knock that they usually do, and that immediately makes the curtains draw as if it's closed. And she opens the door and stands by it, bowing a little so you guys can come in and go, "Lead the way, black sheep."
Indra will lead the way.
And you do so. And you lead everybody down into the cult, down those little cult stairs, into the little church itself. And you see Rosne and Faran just kind of standing there. The rest of the cult members are just doing their own little tasks. It seems like a sermon just went on, and you see Rosne like cleaning up. And Faran was about to go back into his chambers, but then he sees you.
Yeah, basically in both their heads, they'll just hear, "I've returned." as I step off the last step.
And then in your head you will hear, "It is no surprise you have quite a strong presence. Welcome back."
Thank you. But it's not just me. I bring, 2 unexpected guests, but I hope they're both welcome. And she'll step forward some more and let everybody else enter. Ophelia will step in, and then the people holding Mom as well.
Oh yeah, she definitely got like 2 cult members to carry the corpse down for you guys, so you guys are relieved of that duty. Faran whispers to Erasne, and she whispers back as Erasne turns to some of the cult members and does a little nod so they can like set out another buffet, because clearly we have something else to celebrate. And Faran glides his way over to you guys, fairly close. And instead of going up to Indra, he goes up to Ophelia and he's like, "Is that who I think it is?" And she's like, "Is that the only way you want to make this reunion?" Or... And he just lets out a deep, hearty laugh and gives her a huge hug. He's like, "I guess your days at the castle are over, I presume?" And she's like, "Well, I don't really have a reason to go back there now, do I?" And they just hug as Erasne walks up to you, Indra, and is like, "Greetings, black sheep."
She'll just hug her.
Oh. And she wasn't really ready for that, but she just like puts her arm around and just like a gentle pat. You can tell that she doesn't really like hug that often. It's a warm surprise. "Every day you remind me of your mother. It's very comforting." Is that and she gestures to the corpse, well, the cargo.
Did the cult members like place her on a table or something?
Yeah, she's just like put on a table. They assumed it was just like your stuff. They don't really know.
I'll just kind of beckon her, and then I'll walk to the cloth and I'll peel back so it can show her face.
So I guess you found out.
This was my prize at the end of the labyrinth. And as she says that, she'll just caress her mom's face and do some prestidigitation just to make her look more... I don't know. Kind of like at a funeral home, they just kind of make the person... give the makeup and everything like that. She'll just kind of do a shitty version of that.
Yeah, try to make her as recognizable as she can for the condition that she's in.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's just like... Oh. Did you happen to figure out the whole story? Or did you just find her and like what happened?
I'll just kind of relay the information to her. Indra will tell her about the Speak with Dead spell that she cast, and then tell her that she learned that her father murdered her mother, trying to steal her power or something. It became a warlock to gain power of some kind. I didn't take notes because I was overwhelmed.
Yeah. But she's just nodding along and is like, "I'm sorry I couldn't have told you myself. It took a lot for me to bite my tongue, but that's Faran said that was best." you okay? You are more than welcome to stay here if you need to. I think Farhan will talk to you more, but it seems like he wants to have a celebration of life before you all make your ways.
Yeah,
And again, we have plenty of room here if you need to stay.
we might stay the night, but we won't stay long. I don't think it would be very safe for us to stay here in Aeglore. I just wanted to make sure that Mom got here safe. I wasn't going to leave her. That was not going to happen.
I mean, I'm very surprised that you moved it, but doesn't mean I'm not proud. I'm very proud of you, actually. You did something we all couldn't do. So, and then as she trails off and is staring at the corpse, Farhan walks up behind her and puts a hand on her shoulder, to where she nods and goes over to talk to Ophelia now, and he steps in and goes, "You went above and beyond, Black Sheep."
I wasn't trying to prove anything.
You didn't have to. You don't need to. You're exactly what we were told we would receive, and here you are. Wow. Even I couldn't have taken Irlyn's corpse out of me. It was not her time. As we all would want to give ourselves to our black goat, we don't. He chooses us. And that was not her time to be chosen. So. And to watch that whole event transpire, it was. Oh God. And you see him scratch the back of his neck, and it's just it was a lot. Again, I couldn't even have stomached of getting her out of there. I don't know how you were able to.
It doesn't matter. She just had to get out of there.
Again, you just did what we all couldn't do. I can't thank you enough.
There's no need to thank me. You don't owe me anything.
With her being here, it reminds me of that you were alone for so long. And I couldn't do anything. I couldn't save you, I couldn't save her, I couldn't even tell you what you were up for, you just had to deal with it yourself.
Well, you could do one thing for me.
Anything.
Please, just explain the prophecy to me. Everything. I did what was asked of me.
Would you like to step into my chambers, then? The room of which I was woken up from previous. This is not really a conversation for those who are not in the church to hear.
She's gonna look at the party members. What is everybody else doing right now?
Willow's listening intently. Willow wants to know. Taking everything in him to not ask so many questions to Efron.
Everybody else?
Kai's probably like pretending like they're not listening, but they're like checking on their animals and stuff, but still actively listening.
Like everyone's like,
Axelia is still recovering from everything. Unfortunately, not really able to listen in right now and react as much as she would like to.
In that case, she's gonna turn to her mom. No, actually... Willow, it looks like you have something to say.
It was mostly just a question. I've been thinking about it since we've pulled the corpse from that sacrifice room.
you may speak your mind.
As somebody who tends to study religion and history very closely, I can't say I've encountered as many rituals like this myself in person. I was wondering what exactly, if you know what kind of ritual that is, and what happens now that there's no longer a sacrifice.
Well, I do know that I will be getting a very, very, very detailed message in my dreams tonight about this. Upon hearing this, I will be informed on who or whom's will be next. God is not a merciful one, so there might be people. We do as he says.
And who is this god that takes sacrifices like this?
You may refer to him as the Black Goat.
Black goat. Okay.
So there always has to be a sacrifice? If one is removed, one needs to replace it?
Yes. It's usually I get the prophecies in my dreams and I relay on who he has chosen. And usually, the corpse gets eroded away or somehow miraculously taken away without our doing. So, what I can remember, that's when you took the corpse, I assumed the labyrinth shut itself down.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was not the time for the corpse to be taken. However, this is a specific circumstance where this sacrifice was not requested to begin with. So, I think it took a longer time to go through the process. One that I, myself, am not familiar with, because that is not for me to know. But
So
yeah.
taking the corpse simply just ruined the labyrinth, nothing else.
Oh, the labyrinth isn't ruined. It's just closed.
Closed. It did nothing else, no divine anger or intervention.
Well, it seems
I
like
guess-
she wasn't meant to be sacrificed
Well, yes.
in the first place.
The sacrifice in the beginning, I'm sure, caused a lot of issues, but taking it away, I'm sure, will cause even more. Because nothing angers a god more than not only killing someone who's not supposed to be killed, but then taking it away.
Especially when it was one of our leaders. So.
Yes.
But I thought he would want it to be free.
He takes when he wants. So, but the thing is, it's like, you weren't known. You might be more merciful because of the actions of the Black Sheep herself, that hopefully I won't be smited in my sleep.
You say I went above and beyond, but it sounds like I made a mistake.
I personally
You're cutting out.
don't believe what happened. Damn it! I can tell it breaks when you guys disappear from the because it stops your filming. Hold on. I will fix. I fix. Okay. Am I back?
Yes.
Yippee! Okay, so though I don't find it to be a mistake, I am but a mortal. So I have different opinions than the gods above or below, wherever they reside. However, again, I don't think you did anything wrong. You went above and beyond my own expectations, and probably above and beyond the expectations of the Black Goat, too. So, we will find out tomorrow what the results will be. So, yeah. Do you have any other questions, child?
I don't think so.
Well, I'm gonna go speak with Fran privately, if that's okay with you.
We'll be here.
She turns to Fran.
And now you can come with me to the private room.
Oh my god! Again?
Again! You got a twofer.
More privacy.